And hello everyone, all about the gyro here. And here it is, the pre-release notes for Season 3 of the 2021 iRacing calendar. So this was just released about 25 minutes ago, give or take. And I just read it. And I wanted to give you the TLDR version of this. Here is what you're going to need to know. So the season highlights. Brand new Formula V car, brand new Porsche GT3, brand new Beetle Light, brand new Spec Racer Ford. Red Bull Ring is coming. Nashville Superspeedway is coming. They added some functionality for custom paints. Can be displayed in the iRacing UI. You can edit declared drivers for a team session. New advancements in AI racing. The brand new forums, this is what you're looking at. More visual effects updates, and of course, Chicago Street Circuit has already been released, and they worked on that a little bit. And of course, some damage model adjustments. And what they've done is they have put in this particular link that discussed what is going on. So accept all of our cookies. Here is the week 13, but no data. So kind of confused why they did that. But here we go. We're going to skip over to UI. There's a lot of UI. One point, there is an improvement in handling drop connections. So that may help us. All the collision meshes have been changed, so less weird sticking on the walls. The big thing, 4-tire detection. Spa and Red Bull Ring will have it. Eventually, this may come out. So this is solving the Spa issues of off tracks are so hard. Now they're being a little bit more friendly. The Porsche GT3 does get AI. AI racing is now available at the below track configurations. The key thing for me as a road racer is Lime Rock Park, almost all of Orem Park, all of Wilton Park, most of Red Bull Ring, most of Summit Point, and all of Tsukuba. And they discuss where the AI has done it. So let's scroll down into the new post. And you have all this data. Let's talk the cars. So, Audi R8 LMS. 10 kilogram increase. 22 pounds. Increased steering rate. And you'll notice the camber has been reduced. So some of the tricks that set makers had with the very high cambers on the front and also doing the same in the back has been reduced as well. Caster limits have been standardized, and they fixed an issue with the ABS. So they did a lot of work on this particular car. The key thing for me, 10 kilograms increase of weight, maybe trying to slow it down a little bit. Let's go down to the BMW. So the BMW GT3, a whole lot of stuff they have fixed. So, lots of stuff about the car physics. Maybe this will take a little bit of the understeer that I used to feel out of the car. A little bit less power, a little bit more fuel consumption. But they've improved the high-speed damping. That would be good for front-end feel. Better audio, very nice. They did fix the iRacing decal. and they have done some retexturing. Now, if you drive the GT4, they just changed some collision parameters. They did not do anything else. MAGTE, they added 20 kilograms. Added more drag, but reduced tire wear. So they've made some big changes. Now, the big change coming up for GTE so far is the Corvette. They dropped 15 kilograms of weight. That is 33 pounds they've taken out of the car. They've added a little bit more aero. They did increase the drag, but the tire wear has been reduced, and they've improved the in-car engines. I got a feeling this may be the car for GTE next year. So if you go down F3, they've changed some new data, some new damage model stuff. The IRL1, they've updated some things. They left the P217, that's the LMP2 alone. And now let's get to the Ferraris. So, little bit of drag, reduced camber. That seems to be all GT3's reduced camber. So this GT3 that used to be a speed demon on certain circuits like Spa, for example, is the first one that comes to mind. It's a little bit better. Let's look at the GTE. They've cut a little bit of downforce and added yet again a little bit more drag. So remember, they added drag in Season 2. They've now added it again. Otherwise, same old, same old. The 4 GTE. They've tweaked the downforce just a little bit down. They've added a little bit of drag. I'm going to be very curious to see how that drives. Formula Renault 2.0. The tire spec has been updated, and the wear has been reduced significantly, which means I think you can drive this car a little bit harder now. So I'm looking forward to that. Formula V's got the new damage model. The Mazda now has a sequential shifter, and they've changed the display, and the pit speed limiter now only works in the appropriate gears. So they've done some work on this Mazda. For the Indy Pro, some new damage model changes they've had. Let's look at the Huracan. This is the car that we drove in IMSA and GT3 Challenge. They added 5 kilograms. So the Audi, they added 10. The BMW, they made no change. The Huracan, they added 5. I'm going to be curious to see how the aerodynamic properties are adjusted. When they took out the toe adjustment, the Lambo became slightly slower. So I'm going to be very curious to see how the Evo goes along. No change in the McLaren 570, but in the McLaren GT3, 10 kilograms. So it's gained some weight. Let's look at the Merc GT3. Handling's been updated. Spring perch increment has been set to 0.5 millimeters. I'll be curious to see how this is. This may be also one of the must-have GT3 cars. Because notice no drag adjustments on this. This one was a handling adjustment. So I'm very curious to see how Merc's now set up. You got a lot of NASCAR stuff here for all our oval friends. And big change for the Cayman. The Cayman has gained 15 kilograms, 33 pounds. So definitely they're slowing this car down. That may be with regards to the real world. They did make some handling changes on the car. So I'll be very interested to see how the new Cayman feels. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of setups have to get changed with the increased weight. Because it also depends where they put the weight. If they put it in the front, it's not that bad. If they put it in the rear, interesting. A lot of changes to the 991 Porsche. The engine restrictor, they changed the tires. The front spring's removed. So the suspension is definitely going to act very differently. So a lot of different things happening to the 991. There's a note about the GT3 Porsche. Let's look at the 911 RSR. The key thing here, this car now has even more drag. So remember, they took off some downforce. I think they tweaked a little bit of the drag. Now there's more drag. So I'm going to be very curious. What is the GTE car of choice? I'm wondering if it's the Corvette. We're going to see. The Radical lost a lot of draft. The Spec Racer Ford, fully updated free car. Be very curious to see how that races. Skippy had a little bit of a change. USF had a little bit of change. Here's the announcement about the Beetle Light. So that covers all the cars of consequence. For road, for the tracks, they've made a little tweak in Imola. They made a little tweak in Chicago. Spa, they've made some big changes too. So I'm going to be very curious to see how that is. Little water resolution on Belle Isle. Hockenheim adding some game time points. Lime Rock and Long Beach, little minor things. The new oval here in Nashville. Very, very happy to see this. Red Bull Ring. As you see, we're waiting on the track signage by the owners there in Austria. Remember, this is the old A1 ring. But the point is, assuming everything is blessed, grace thereof, we're getting a great road circuit. Very happy about that. Road America, Silverstone, and there it is. So if you look at the link in the tab above, that's where you can read all this if you want to read it with more details. But pre-release notes, I'm really excited about Season 3. That's it. So a couple of big questions. How will Formula Renault race? Is the Cayman still going to be the best GT4 car? And is the Corvette the car to beat in GTE? We'll wait and see. Take care, everyone. Make sure you take care of yourself and one another. We will see you this week for Week 13 debauchery. Take care, everyone.